Hello everybody out there, Chris Cards bringing you another pay-per-view tailgater, and it's this Sunday, June 23rd from Tacoma, Washington, my neck of the woods. It is the first ever WWE Stomping Grounds. There's a few matches I'm interested in on this card, and I'll discuss them in a bit. I will also throw some love towards AEW's latest pay-per-view offering, Double or Nothing. Some things now I wish they did better, and I'll mention those, but overall a great event. I will be jazzed up to see what they bring to the table on August 31st at All Out in Chicago. CM Punk, maybe? We'll see. So, for those of you new to the Chris Cards Tailgater, this is my third one now. I just kind of open up a pro wrestling crate. I've got quite a backlog of these that I can open up. I give away some cards. I'm going to give this Kurt Angle away today. I will have my drawing for that. This Brock Lesnar card is going to go to one of you next month. So please comment, like, and subscribe in order to be eligible for that card giveaway. Going to open up some cards. WWF Legends. Going to open up half of this box here. Got a mini box inside this master case or box, whatever they're calling it. And here is our Pro Wrestling Crate. Now this Pro Wrestling Crate coming from July 2016, and the theme is Greetings from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. That is one silhouette we probably all recognize as Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, Mankind, Dude Love, whomever you want to remember him as. He was awesome. So that's going to be a sweet crate to open. I bet it's going to be a lot of orange and black. First thing we're going to do, though, I'm going to show you a recent through-the-mail autograph from a wrestler I got back. Here we go. It is Rhyno, the War Machine. I loved watching this guy work. He was entertaining, and I'm very proud of this return because I prospected the address myself. He basically bought a boatyard last October in Michigan. I tracked it down. It's called Big Daddy's Boatyard. Got the address online, just mailed him these cards to see if I could get a return, and I got a return. So only place you can find this address is right here in my comments section. So if you guys want to send him anything, feel free. I got a successful return out of it. You're going to have to send him a Sharpie, though, if you want anything besides ballpoint pen, because I'm sure it's just going to his office, and he's probably not prepared to be signing autographs. So still looks good with the pen. Glad I got this return. Awesome return from Rhyno. Love this guy. Like I said, met him on the streets outside a Seattle nightclub the night prior to WrestleMania 19. Was out there looking for some wrestlers. I found a few, and he was one of them. Had him sign my instructional booklet from some early 2000s WWF PlayStation game, I'm sure. So he could not have been a nicer guy. Very gracious. So good experience for me as a young buck. And if you guys would like to send off some cards to him, his address, like I said, will be in my video description. Alright guys, enough about that. Now let's just get to this Pro Wrestling Crate. Like I said, this came from July of 2016. It is a Cactus Jack themed Wrestlecrate. Now, Pro Wrestling Crate, I think, was purchased by Pro Wrestling Tees. So now it's kind of a different crate in 2019 than it was back in 2016. I know in the recent crates you get an 8x10 autograph in each one, which is super cool, but in this one you just get a bunch of stuff. And here we go. Look at this. I see the shirt right off the bat. There is a Wanted Dead Cactus Jack beer cozy. Perfect. Gonna use that right now, in fact. It was a tight fit, but we got it in there. Giggity. Next, we got this yellow plastic cup. We got some stuff in there. That's a fine mug there. It should hold maybe a 16-ounce can of something good. Some ice in there. Keychain is pretty sweet as well. I will make use of that. I got more keys than I want. I will always be needing quality keychains. And check this out. LapelYeah.com. It's Mr. Sacco. The masked Mr. Sacco. Or it's the Crimson Mask, perhaps. He's got some color. And here's a little pin. Pretty much the sticker on the outside of the box turned into a pin. That sticker I had to cut, unfortunately. Got a Truth or Consequences bumper sticker. One color. Well, no color. It's just black and white. Kind of uninspired, but there you go. Here's the shirt. His patented Bang Bang. Similar to his Wanted shirt, but not his Wanted shirt. And that's it for July 2016. Pretty cool crate. Here's your list of stuff in here, and that's the rest of the box. I'll just put this box aside. My wife is going to love the fact that I'm clearing these boxes out of our spare bedroom, slowly but surely. There you go, July 2016, the t-shirt and everything else in there. Unlike AEW's crate from last week, I knew what everything in there was, so... Of course, after watching AEW Double or Nothing, I pretty much have a better grasp of the AEW crate now. You guys can check that out. It's my last WWE Tailgater video. And speaking of All Elite Wrestling, let's just jump right into Double or Nothing talk. Spoiler alert, if you have not seen this pay-per-view yet, you need to do yourself a favor and find it and watch it. First of all, competition is a great thing, as you all know. That's self-explanatory. I shouldn't have even had to say it, but I said it anyway. It's out there. I'm not deleting it. And it's awesome to have a guy like Tony Khan with a ton of money and passion behind this company. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan again, I do believe. Another golden era is upon us, I hope. And after Fox signed a 5-year deal worth more than $1 billion to air SmackDown, you had to have known other cable companies would look to air wrestling on their own stations. Especially with streaming becoming a thing. Cable companies need content, and what better way to churn out content than a weekly wrestling program. So one of these companies was TBS, where AEW will have a weekly show and will continue to have pay-per-views every other month or so. The pay-per-views promise to be edgier than a TV show and will push the envelope a little further, which I'm sure we would all enjoy. My problem with WWE program is it's not geared towards my demographic. Now NXT, 205 Live scratched that itch with a more athletic presentation and a riskier moveset that the performers in the WWE are not allowed, basically. Like, don't do that, you're going to hurt yourself, and these guys are commodities, and if they're hurt, they're not making you money. So don't do all those crazy-ass moves you do in NXT, or Old Man Vince will be in gorilla position yelling at you when you come back to the dressing room. It being a public company, WWE that is, ensures the days of attitude are over, and that's a shame because I think lots of guys my age love that era. I could do it with a lot of the TNA and all that other stuff, and I didn't like it back then either. I thought it was just a waste of air, and you know, back then if we wanted to see that, we could go online and see it all we wanted to. So definitely the Diva era is over, dead and gone, which is fine with me. But the Attitude era, I do miss some of the other stuff that they would do. More of the comedy, some of the edgier stuff, some of the storylines. Anyway, with that being said, AEW has a huge advantage in so much that they are not shackled by shareholders. They don't have to worry about losing huge sponsors or having a terrible PR that will kill a stock price like the Moolah thing and other stuff that, you know, Vince has opened his mouth and said that has hurt stock prices. That's not to say AEW can't piss off advertisers on TBS, but they can certainly push it more than WWE will ever be able to. Now, a few things I didn't like about Double or Nothing. I thought the production was not that great. I thought whoever was producing and choosing the camera shots was doing a poor job. I think they missed a couple entrances, which was really bizarre. But what was really frustrating was it's like the producer had never seen a wrestling match before. Moves were being set up in the middle of the ring. You could tell something awesome was about to happen, and then they would cut to an outside shot of maybe some outside action where a guy was just maybe just laying on the ground, covering up, and just like you'd hear this crazy ass bump in the ring, but you didn't get to see it because for whatever reason, the producer thought to change the shot at that moment. So I wouldn't consider that minor stuff. That's pretty big stuff that needs to get fixed, and hopefully it will get fixed. Put somebody with more experience on there. I know they're hiring a bunch of WWE guys, so hopefully they can get that ironed out for their next show. They got a couple months to figure it out, so hopefully that's what they spend their time doing. Also, Brandy Rhodes did not need to be on the show. She felt tacked on, like, hey, you need to be a part of this. Let's go ahead and have you go out there and introduce Awesome Kong Well, as cool as a surprise as that was, it was kind of it was just super awkward with her being out there. Come on, man. You've got way too much riding on the line to just kind of throw your wife out there and be like, oh, you're part of the show. Hope you know what I mean? Just do it right. Don't do stupid stuff like that. That's what WCW did, and look what happened to them. So that was weird. Awesome Kong was a great moment. It was a shame because I thought she was underutilized in that match. She spent most of the match on the outside, sort of just taking a powder and waiting for her turn or coming back in. So some of the matches were a little lackluster. I think it would have been cooler to have her come in at the the 6-woman tag match later on in the show with Aja Kong and maybe have a face-off against her and set something up for maybe their next pay-per-view. I think that would be pretty awesome, Aja Kong versus Awesome Kong. But instead, they had her kind of go into that fatal 3-way and turn into a fatal 4-way. That Britt Baker eventually beat the Bailey Light, and it was an okay match, but I didn't get to see a whole lot of Awesome Kong, and I love the big ladies in wrestling. I think they're super entertaining. I love Nia Jax, and I like Awesome Kong, so kind of disappointing match there. Like I said, it would have been cooler if she was in that Japanese match later on in the show and she just destroyed a few people and faced off against Aja Kong. Maybe Aja Kong can't go like she used to go, and maybe a one-on-one match would expose her and it wouldn't be a good match. But I still think it'd be pretty awesome to have Awesome Kong come out during that match instead of the first match. Did get the crowd going, though. Pretty sweet, but I think it could have been booked a little better. And hey, Season 3 of Glow on Netflix coming out soon. Don't forget, Awesome Kong is Welfare Queen, for those that didn't know. She does a great job on that show, so big fan of Awesome Kong. Let's move on to some of the other matches. I know the Young Bucks are the darlings of the indie world, but I don't know much about them. I haven't seen them too much. Their match was good. A lot of people flipped out about it, said it was awesome. I just wish they didn't unleash their entire moveset. I mean, come on, save something for the next match. Could have been a shorter match. I didn't need to see this. It seemed like it was some sort of a tryout, and they just had to just pull off every single move they had. Many of them devastating enough to be finishers, but they weren't. So, you know, I'd rather see a shorter match with a more believable outcome than just see someone just get 37 finishers and still kick out of it. So it's not sustainable. You can't do that every single week. Everybody will get tired of it. And that's not what you want to happen. That's like ECW. You had to get more and more violent because all of a sudden a chair shot wasn't good enough, or a trash can shot to the face wasn't good enough. You had to do more and go further. So it's the same thing with wrestling, same thing with all these moves. You just can't give everything away every single night. No one's going to come back to watch it. All right, enough with the negativity. I told you guys I love this pay-per-view, and I did. This next match was the match of the year for me. Very entertaining, very emotional. It was great. It was the soap opera all of us want to watch, but we never get to see it anymore. Just great storyline. There's a crossover to real life stuff, which makes it even more impactful. And that's Cody and Dustin. And you knew Dustin was going to get color. You knew Cody was going to win. And it didn't matter because it was still fun to watch. Dustin was bleeding like a stuck pig. Super awesome. Really enjoyed this match. Like I said, just emotional match, even for me watching it. It was really great. Had a really good time watching this match. And it was just, I don't know what else to say. It was awesome. It was a great effing match. Go watch it. If it's the only match you watch from this show, fine, but watch it. And of course, the main event, Omega versus Jericho, take two. You know, they faced off in Japan earlier in the year, had a good match. Not a big Kenny Omega fan. He's pretty much white bread. Not too exciting. Not very emotional. Kind of like a robot out there. I guess that's his shtick. But Jericho and Omega put on a serviceable match. It was good. Jericho got the pinfall, got the win. So there you go. But the big news, of course, afterwards was Jon Moxley hitting the ring. Absolutely blew the roof off the building. What a pop. Awesome entrance. Destroyed Jericho. Destroyed Kenny Omega on the stage, on the poker chips. just a great moment. I think I've watched that 6 or 7 times since then. And fun moment, you know. Dean Ambrose was a pretty cool character in WWE. Jon Moxley is about 10 times cooler than Dean Ambrose ever was. Just an awesome guy. Just awesome character. Totally unique. Probably more himself than Dean Ambrose ever was. And, you know, and it's going to be an exciting time to watch these guys move over to maybe AEW and get away from all the writers and all the scripts and see if they can get themselves over by, you know, by being themselves and putting their own spin on their own characters and doing their own thing. So that's another exciting part about AEW, is that the wrestlers are going to have a lot more freedom. And I think that's sorely lacking from WWE, and of course that might have something to do with the whole public company thing. You might just be afraid of what some of these guys might say. It is what it is, you know. It might not be better TV, but it's safer TV. And you know what? Screw safer TV. I want to watch stuff on AEW. I don't want to watch a G-rated wrestling show. Ever since Double or Nothing, I've kind of been rejuvenated as far as being a wrestling fan. I'm hitting up the dirt sheets more than I ever have. I've listened to the Jericho Moxie podcast, which was great. I've been listening to Busted Open Radio and Bully Ray and those guys on there talk about it. I've been looking at YouTube clips, Cornet, anything I can, any information I can grab. I've been going to lordsofpain.net, my dirt sheet, for 20 years now, since 98, 21 years. And they're still alive. Most of the dirt sheets, most of the wrestling websites are gone, but that's still my source for news. I'm not sure what you guys check out or read, but been checking that out 2 or 3 times a day. The news is coming hot and heavy. I mean, there's just lots of stuff going on right now. Super exciting to be a wrestling fan, I think. And can't wait to see WWF step it up as well. Let's see if they change some of their practices and make it a little bit more interesting to watch. But I'm still stoked for the pay-per-view on Sunday night. Still excited to see that cage match. Still excited to see, you know, Becky and Lacey. And Joe versus Ricochet should be a pretty awesome match too. So really looking forward to seeing a few things on there as well. Kofi and Ziggler in a steel cage. That's going to be awesome. So, you know what? And some of these other matches, you know, you can watch them on Raw or SmackDown. I mean, the pay-per-view matches need to be a little more special. It just seems like no one's trying to steal the show. And it used to be pay-per-views, everyone was trying to steal the show, and you could tell. But sometimes I can't tell whether it's a pay-per-view match or a Raw match or a SmackDown match. So, but I'm hoping for good things from Kofi and Ziggler and Joe and Ricochet. So, and Becky and Lacey, Reigns and Drew. We'll see. Looking forward to it. We'll talk about that next month, though. On to some pack openings. Thank you for listening to my rant. I can't imagine me saying this much stuff next month, so just thought I'd do something a little bit new. I'm not sure how interesting I am to listen to as far as wrestling talk is concerned, but I wanted to say all this stuff, so I figured, what the heck, just get it out there. And now it is time to crack open this box of cards. 2 hits with 1 autograph guaranteed per mini box. So I got 2 little mini boxes in here. Here you go. 3 guaranteed autographs per master box, which is strange. But there we go. We're going to open this one. We're going to save the other one for next month. And let's check this out, guys. WWF Legends. Tear into this. Got Savage, Piper, and the Warrior on the front there. 1 autograph guaranteed per mini box. So we're going to get 1 autograph out of these packs here. I think it's 6 packs, and it's 5 cards per pack. There it is, 6 packs, 5 cards per pack. And there they are. We'll see who we get out of here. I'm pretty excited about these cards. You see the Kurt Angle up in the upper right-hand corner. I will be giving that away at the end of this video. So after I open these packs, I will be sending that off to one of you guys who was in my contest last month. See, here we got Daniel Bryan on the back. There is Bret Hitman Hart. Beautiful cards. And hey, the hit right off the bat, the Warlord signed. Awesome. Could have been a little better name, but you know what? The Warlord was just a beast. Guy was yoked out of his mind. He's got to be in his 50s now. I can't believe he's still alive. He had to have been roiding out of his mind. And let's see. This card is 2 out of 25, so it's a parallel. A blue parallel, 2 out of 25. So there's our hit right off the bat. Let's see if we get another one out of here. One of these is going to have 2 hits or 2 autos. So if it's 3 autos per master box, we're going to still get 2 more autos out of here somewhere. Let's leave this up right now. Probably not worth a whole lot. A few bucks. There we go. Nice and tight. Sweet. Well, there it is, guys. The Warlord. Let's see who else we got in here. Chief J Strongbow. Big John Studd. Looks like these black borders are a little tricky here. And there's a Daniel Bryant Legends card. Black borders are a little tricky to keep nice. Looks like there's some stuff on them or something, so it's going to drive me nuts here. And we got Big Dusty right there. Shelton Benjamin, 1/2 of the world's greatest tag team. Charlie Haas, Sherry Martel, Kama and Kama Mustafa, also the Godfather and the Good Father and Papa Shango, all the same person. There's the Macho King and the Macho Man. And of course they were basically this, not really an identity crisis there. They were the same person. Macho was pretty much Macho his whole career. Didn't have a huge range. Alright. Ken Shamrock, the world's most dangerous man. I loved when he would just hulk up and just start freaking out in the ring and slapping himself. There's Virgil and Vincent. Virgil, that's Dusty Rhodes' real first name. They thought the whole Virgil thing was kind of a joke against Dusty. Plus the polka dots and all that stuff and Precious and all that kind of was sort of mean-spirited joke against Dusty Rhodes. For whatever reason, it seemed like the McMahons didn't like him very much or were kind of poking at him. There's Kevin Nash. Seconds after that photo was taken, he tore both of his quads. Moving right along, another pack here. Looks like I got the auto. I see congratulations. I'm not sure who it is. I'll be surprised. There's the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. At least he doesn't have the big dragon feathers on. And there we go. All right. Oh, wow. That's the whole card, man. That's a thick card. It's Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Man, look how thick that is. It's a manufactured relic auto. That's a ring. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. Again, these cards aren't terribly expensive. Probably pick one up for 10, 15 bucks online, but that feels pretty cool. I don't mind the manufactured relics. I think they look pretty sweet. So anyway, moving right along. At the end of this this opening, I will be giving away that Kurt Angle. I will be doing a drawing for that Kurt Angle card. Also, I will be giving away the Brock Lesnar Money in the Bank card that I showed you earlier. Good old JR. I am doing this last pack, these last few packs all in one take. There's Bam Bam from Asbury Park, New Jersey. Like these cards. Dolph. No, I know them all. There's not some random just action shot in there like some of the older WWF cards. So really nice cards. Here's our last pack, guys. Again, to win that Brock Lesnar card, you need to just comment, like, and subscribe this video. That's all you got to do. And we will be doing a drawing for that next week. There's the back of the cards. Just kind of short blurbs on everybody. There's Eve Torres. Stephanie McMahon, looking mean. Mean as hell. Identity Crisis, Jesse James, and the Road Dogg. And when Jesse James was Jesse James, he was the roadie. Before that, he was basically a roadie for Jeff Jarrett, who kind of helped him along. There's Tugboat and Typhoon. And that's it for that first mini box. With the Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Manufactured Relic auto, and of course the Warlord auto. See the back of these cards. Just short little blurbs on them. I mean, what are they going to put on their stats? Look how thick this Hacksaw card is. Quite enjoyable. I do like that card. I'm going to have to put that in a jewel case because I don't have anything big enough to store it in right now. And there's the Warlord. Blue Parallel out of 25. The Hacksaw is out of 299, so... Hope you guys enjoyed that pack opening. Let's give this Kurt Angle away now. This Kurt Angle had a print run of 127. Folks, that Brock Lesnar Money in the Bank print run is just 49 cards. There it is, 49 cards. What did I think of Money in the Bank? I thought it was lazy booking. I was not a big fan of how that went down, but it's been pretty fun watching him almost cash that thing in all the time. That's totally Paul Heyman's deal. Guaranteed. That's his booking right there. That's his idea. Just have him tease it until everyone's just enraged by the whole thing. So here's Kurt Angle, giving us away right now, doing this all in one take. A lot of guys do their drawings live. I'm not doing it live, just so there's no thought of this being fixed anyhow. Not that I owe any of you guys anything or know any of you that well. I really have no dog in the fight. I don't care who wins this. But I am doing this all live. So I basically opened the last 3 packs without doing any cuts or anything like that. So clearly if I was just like recording this over and over again until I got the right person to win, that would be quite obvious. So that's why I'm doing all this crappy non-editing right now and you're seeing all this stuff. So here's the link to last month's Tailgater video. Pasting it. There it is. Gonna run this. This is the only free one I could find, a free comment picker. It's gonna do just the unique comments. So there was 50-something comments, 24 unique comments, and of course, as long as it's not myself, it will be the winner. Winner is Chad Hopkins. All right, Chad always comments on my videos. Cool dude, always gives me some props, so that's nice. In fact, very cool. So congratulations, Chad Hopkins. I will be sending this Kurt Angle your direction. Just go ahead and comment on the previous video or this video with your address. I'm not sure how best to do that. I guess you can email me. My email is in my description, although I'm always wary of someone else claiming the email, me just sending the card off to the wrong person. So I can't imagine that happens too often. So Chad, just go ahead and get a hold of me somehow, some way. I'd appreciate it. However you feel comfortable, and just let me know maybe what your email address is in the comments, so that way I know to look for it. Congrats again, Chad Hopkins, on to the Kurt Angle print run of 127. And if you want to send that off to get signed, you have his address in my last video as well. And of course, the Brock Lesnar we're giving away next month during next month's Tailgater. So print run of 49. Now I bought 2 or 3 of the Kurt Angles. I only bought 1 of the Brock Lesnar, so only 49 of those out there, and you'll be getting 1 of them. I'll be sending it out to the next guy. So like I said, just comment and like and subscribe to the video, and we'll just do the same thing next month. We'll do the best comment picker, and we'll do the YouTube random comment picker, and we'll just get another winner. That's it, guys, for the Tailgater. Enjoy this weekend. Hopefully the weather's nice wherever you are. We got a pay-per-view tomorrow night. Like I said, it's out of Tacoma, and it is Stomping Grounds, the first ever pay-per-view named Stomping Grounds. So we'll see how that does. We'll see how the matches go. Like I said, there's a cage match. I'm interested in that. And a few other matches as well. I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Probably the longest video I ever did. But thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And be eligible for that Brock Lesnar drawing for next month. All right, guys. See you then.